Yeah. Friday night, everybody got a prediction. Yeah. Hey. Friday night, everybody got a prediction. Yeah. Kids buying candy by the front cash register. Old man arguing over the game. Lottery tickets scratching by the doorway. Everybody acting about the same. But behind the soda cooler door, past the stock room painted green, money changes hands a little different than what the customers ever see. The barber knows, the mechanic knows, the mailman probably knows too. Funny thing is, nobody talks about it. Some secrets ain't hidden, they're just politely ignored. Behind the soda cooler, everybody knows. Behind the soda cooler, that's how the money flows. Keep your voice low, keep your business clean. Behind the soda cooler, if you know what I mean. Friday crowd getting thicker now. Game kickoff less than an hour away. Receipts rolling from the register while side bets quietly get arranged. Young Tony came in wearing confidence like a jacket 2 sizes too large. Said he doubled what he lost last week. That's how trouble usually starts. I've seen winners buy everybody drinks. I've seen losers stare at the floor. Funny how luck can leave a man through the same door it entered before. Behind the soda cooler, hey, everybody knows. Behind the soda cooler, that's how the money flows. Say, keep your voice low, keep your business clean. Behind the soda cooler, if you know what I mean. My father built this store from nothing, sweeping floors 6 days a week. Would he recognize what it became? That's the question I don't speak. Outside headlights filled the parking lot. Inside the tension climb. Some roads start small and practical before they slowly change your mind. Behind the soda cooler, everybody knows. Behind the soda cooler, that's how the money flows. Keep your voice low, keep your business clean. Hey, behind the soda cooler, if you know what I mean. Friday night, game day crowd. Everybody smiling, nobody too loud. Friday night, game day crowd. Some truths never say themselves out loud. The final customers drifted home. Neon sign buzzing in the glass. I counted receipts beneath the counter and sat there longer than I had to. One more block, keep walking. Casino lights still blinking like they know me. Red and gold reflections on the wet concrete. Used to think those doors were made of miracles. Now I know they're made of hungry teeth. Last when I sold my father's watch to chase a number that never came. Funny how addiction learns your middle name and whispers it without shame. That old revolving door keeps spinning slow, like it's got my history on replay. Yeah. One step left could change the night. One step right could save the day. Across the street, across the street, that's where the old me waits for me. Across the street, across the street. But tonight he ain't getting me. But shelter glass showing two reflections. One man tired, one man full of lies. I can still feel poker chips in my fingers, like ghosts refusing to say goodbye. Mama's voicemail still saved on my phone. Baby, come home before it's too late. She never knew how many nights I sat right here arguing with fate. Across the street, across the street, that's where the old me waits for me. Across the street, across the street. But tonight he ain't getting me. Nobody claps when you don't mess up. Nobody throws a parade for restraint. Sometimes victory looks like cold bus benches and a heart learning what it ain't. The jackpot sign flashed through the darkness. One last wink before the bus arrived. I looked away and stepped aboard, still carrying my life. Across the street, across the street, that's where the old me waits for me. Across the street, across the street, across the street. But tonight he ain't getting me. Across the street, tomorrow's fight belongs to me. Keep walking, one block at a time. Keep walking, leave that fire behind. City roll past the window glass, street by street, light by light. The casino faded in the distance, but not completely out of sight. The band packed up an hour ago, but I'm still here. Champagne glasses upside down on linen cloth, rose petals scattered where the couples crossed. I scroll through pictures on the camera screen. Everybody looking like they believe. The bride held her father during song number 3. The groom cried harder than he meant to be. I captured every promise in the room tonight, while mine kept slipping out of sight. Nobody wakes up one morning and hears forever break. Sometimes it leaves quietly, one small silence at a time. After the last dance, after the lights fade down, what happens to love when nobody's around? After the last dance, after the music's gone, do two hearts notice when they're slowly moving on? Your toothbrush still sits beside mine at home, but somehow the distance keeps growing strong. We talk about groceries, bills, and weather reports like strangers sharing an airport lounge. Last week you laughed at something on your phone. I almost asked who made you smile, then acted like I wasn't wondering. For a little while, I know your favorite coffee mug, know how you sleep when the storms arrive. Funny how you can know someone so well and still watch something beautiful slide by. After the last dance, after the lights fade down, what happens to love when nobody's around? After the last dance, after the music's gone, do two hearts notice when they're slowly moving on? A lonely disco ball still turning overhead, throwing silver ghosts across the wall. I thought heartbreak always sounded loud. Now I know sometimes it barely speaks at all. The janitor swept beneath the tables while I packed lenses into a case, and suddenly every wedding photo looked like a question on somebody's face. After the last dance, after the lights fade down, what happens to love when nobody's around? Ooh, after the last dance, after the music's gone, do two hearts notice when they're slowly moving on? Slowly moving on. Slowly moving on. Nobody leaves at once, they leave little by little. Slowly moving on. Slowly moving on. Slowly moving on. Till one day the room feels different. I locked the ballroom doors behind me, moonlight resting on the empty floor, and sat inside my car a while, not quite ready to drive home.
Cash register's quiet now. That's when the worrying starts. Aisle 7 lights still burning late, paint cans lined up looking straight. Same wooden floor my father swept before this town learned to forget. The new superstore opened last spring, 3 miles west beside the highway sign. Now folks buy screws, ladders, and dreams for less than I can buy mine. I know every customer by first name, know who needs help and who just wants to talk. But loyalty gets expensive these days when budgets do the shopping walk. The numbers don't lie, but they don't tell the whole truth either. Aisle 7 lights still shining tonight, trying to hold on, trying to do right. Aisle 7 lights against the dark outside. Some things are worth more than the profit line. Mrs. Walker came in for garden gloves, stayed an hour talking about her son. Mr. Reyes needed one small boat, said big stores never help like this one. Those moments won't impress a banker, won't change what the spreadsheets show. But community ain't measured fully by where the dollars go. I found my father's handwriting today on an inventory sheet from years ago. Take care of people first, he wrote, like he somehow already knew. Aisle 7 lights still shining tonight, trying to hold on, trying to do right. Aisle 7 lights against the dark outside. Some things are worth more than the profit line. The chain store got brighter signs, bigger parking lots and lower cost. I got a coffee pot near the register, and memories money can't exhaust. Maybe I lose this fight eventually, maybe the town keeps moving on. But if these doors close someday, I wanna know I stayed strong. Aisle 7 lights still shining tonight, trying to hold on, trying to do right. Aisle 7 lights against the dark outside. Some things are worth more than the profit line. One more day,
One more sale,
one more sale,
one more chance.
to leave a trail. Oh, one more day,
One more day,
one more sale.
keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on, even if they're pale. I switched off every light but one, locked the front door around 9:15. The store sat quiet behind the glass, like an old friend refusing to sleep. Funny thing about going home, the streets remember more than people do. Movie posters faded by the stairwell wall, same old theater standing through it all. Class of 2006 printed on a sign, like 20 years we're standing in line. I Shook a few hands, laughed on cue, talked about jobs and what life put us through. Then I saw your name on a little paper tag, and every bright light suddenly turned black. Some mistakes don't leave town when you do. They just wait quietly for your return. Balcony seat 21, that's where the memory sat tonight. Not beside me, but in my sight. Balcony seat 21, where I finally saw that kid through the eyes of what I did. You were the quiet one in chemistry class, second-hand sneakers, glasses too large. I still remember making people laugh at jokes that left invisible scars. Back then I called it being funny. Back then I called it fitting in. Funny how a crowd can cheer you on while you're becoming something ugly within. I heard you moved 3 states away, started teaching music somewhere west. Everybody spoke about you kindly, and somehow that hurt me best. Balcony seat 21, that's where the memory sat tonight. Not beside me, but in my sight. Balcony seat 21, where I finally saw that kid through the eyes of what I did. The reunion band played an old slow song, couples drifting across the floor. I found your photo in the yearbook display and stood there longer than before. No lightning strike, no dramatic scene, just a grown man realizing what mean really means. Balcony seat 21, that's where the memory sat tonight. Not beside me, but in my sight. Balcony seat 21, where I finally saw that kid through the eyes of what I did. Too late to change yesterday, not too late to carry it right. Too late to change yesterday, not too late to learn tonight. The theater emptied row by row, cleanup crew stacking folding chairs. I paused beneath the marquee lights and whispered an apology to someone who wasn't there.
Hey, yeah, hey.
system. The church ladies brought 3 pies each. Old arguments got smaller somehow once people started talking face to face. A teenager taught Miss Betty a dance. 2 brothers ended a 5-year feud. The sunset settled over the rooftops like it approved of what we do. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your story. Bring your smile. Stay a little while. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Let's remember when neighbors first tonight. No politician fixed this block. No miracle fell from the sky. Just folding chairs and honest laughter, meeting eye to eye. Sometimes healing sounds like music. Sometimes hope looks like a plate of food. Sometimes the love shows up quietly in things we almost didn't do. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your story. Bring your smile. Stay a little while. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Bring your chair outside. Hey. Let's remember when neighbors first tonight. One street, one song. Come together, sing along. One street, one song. One song. Come together all night long. Woo! The street lights flickered one by one. Nobody seemed in a hurry to leave. For the first time in a long, long while, the block felt like a family again. Woo!
Hit it. Shine it up. Shine it up. Shine it up. Shine it up. Got that candy red Chevy looking fresh today. Tires so clean they can blind today. Kids on the corner saying, man, that's nice. Ain't nobody asking what the bank wants twice. Gold chain dancing on my t-shirt front. Talking real loud like I got what I want. Meanwhile, the toll notice under my seat. Been riding shotgun all week with me. Everybody love the show. Nobody sees backstage. I'm selling confidence cheap. Trying to cover this cage. Chrome don't pay bills. Chrome don't pay bills. You can wax that hood till it shines like gold, but chrome don't pay bills. No, no, no. Miss Louise laughing by the stove again. Said, boy, you still owe Larry 10. I laughed back loud, bought a soda instead, while it just kept dancing in my head. New rims spinning every Friday night. Meanwhile, my mailbox One-way line, headlights. Let's see what happens. Glowing soft blue light, coffee shaking in the cup holder tonight. Mile marker slipping past the glass, like years moving way too fast. The text came in around 10:13, just 6 words on a cracked phone screen. If you're nearby, stop and say hello. Funny how 6 words can make a man go. The old pickup rattles above 65, same way my heart does when hope arrives. 3 hours south and 1 chance left. That's something neither of us fixed. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm late, maybe some roads stay open longer than fate. Exit 143, that's where the question waits for me. Exit 143, where maybe still means maybe. No promises, no guarantees, just a highway full of memories. Gas station coffee at 1:42, country station fading in and out of tune. A young cashier asked where I'm headed tonight. I said, still figuring that out. Truth is, I know the address by heart, know the porch light, know the yard, know the oak tree leaning toward the fence, like it never left either. I practice speeches for 2 counties straight and threw them all away. The best words usually arrive late and leave the same way. Exit 143, that's where the question waits for me. What if she only wants to talk? What if she's already moved on? What if the version of us I miss has been gone too long? The speedometer hum beneath my hands, dark fields stretching left and right. Some men spend years standing still, some men finally drive one night. Exit 143, that's where the question waits for me. Exit 143, where maybe still means maybe. No promises, oh, no guarantees, just a highway full of memories. Keep rolling, keep rolling. One more mile, one more song. Keep rolling, till the night tells you where you belong. The green exit sign appeared ahead, reflecting in the windshield bright. I switched off the radio and smiled for the first time
in a while.
Shoes on my tired feet. DJ spinning records loud and proud. Everybody laughing with the crowd. Barbecue smoke rolling through the door. More people showed up than I hoped for. Even got a banner stretched wall to wall. Like life never knocked me down at all. Raise your glass high. Some celebrations come dressed up as alibis. 50 candles high. Hey. 50 candles high. Hey. Still standing, still alive. 50 candles high. 50 candles high. Hey. One more spin, one more ride. 50 candles high. Showed up running late. Everybody telling stories loud, trying to outlaugh the crowd. Then somebody asked about my wife. The room got quiet for half a beat. I cracked the joke and kept it moving like a man sweeping dust beneath his feet. The band kicked back into the groove. Nobody lingered on the pain, but some ghosts know how to dance even when you don't say their name. Off key and louder than they should. I laughed so hard my eyes got wet and blamed it on the neighborhood. Maybe joy and heartbreak ain't enemies. Maybe they share the same old chair. Maybe growing older means learning both can sit together there. 50 candles high. Hey. 50 candles high. Hey. Still standing, still alive. 50 candles high. 50 candles high. One more spin, one more ride. 50 candles high. Clap your hands, hey. Stomp your feet. Hey, hey. Life ain't perfect, still sounds sweet. Clap your hands, hey. Stomp your feet. Hey, hey. Dance with what you get to keep. Last guest leaving around 1:30. Folding tables stacked against the wall. One candle still burning in the cake. As the music finally faded small. 50 candles high.
Nobody sees the beginning. Street still sleeping outside the glass, moon hanging low above the avenue. Oven light glowing in the darkness, like it knows exactly what I'm trying to do. 22 years wearing somebody else's plans, cooking dinners I didn't choose. Now I'm measuring sugar before sunrise, with nothing left to prove. The rent is late, the sign is new, the business alone keeps calling too. But these cinnamon rolls don't care what I survived to get here. Some people bloom in springtime, some people bloom after the storm. The clock don't decide your moment, the heart does. Flower on my sleeves, hope in my hands. One more batch, one more chance. Flower on my sleeves, hope in my hands. Keep going again. The coffee machine coughed away like an old friend clearing its throat. I wrote today's special on the chalkboard, then crossed out every doubtful note. Last year I couldn't say future without tasting fear in my mouth. Now there's fresh bread cooling by the window and customers heading south. Miss Jenkins comes at 6:15, orders the same blueberry scone. Says this place feels like it belongs here. Funny how healing can sound like home. Flower on my sleeves, hope in my hands. One more batch, one more chance. Flower on my sleeves, hope in my hands. Keep going again. Some mornings I still wake angry, still replay words I should have said. Still imagine different endings to the chapters already dead. But door rises when you give it time, and people do too, I guess. Neither one gets there instantly. Both need patience and a little mess. Flower on my sleeve, hope in my hands. One more batch, one more chance. Flower on my sleeve, hope in my hands. Keep going again. Before the sunrise, wait for the crowd. Keep your promise, say it out loud. Before the sunrise, before the crowd. Build it anyway, build it now. The first customer pushed the door open, bell ringing through the morning air. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't look back.
Look at him, got himself a crowd now. Conversations deep. Now half the block lines up next door for phase I never heard of before. Young blood got ring lights in the window, posting haircuts every single day. Meanwhile, I'm still keeping the paper calendar like it's 1998. People say he's talented, and maybe that's the truth, but it sure
starts passing you. I clap for him in public, that's the decent thing to do. But my reflection knows exactly what I'm going through. Fresh faith fame, hey! Fresh faith fame, hey! Everybody knows his name. Fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame. Trying to act cool, but it burns the same. Miss Wanda said you ought to collaborate. I nearly choked on my sweet tea, 'cause cooperation sounds beautiful till pride gets involved, you see. The kid stopped by last Tuesday, asked if I could teach him razor work. Said he learned half his business style from watching me back when he was young. That hit different than I expected, like truth arriving without a warning sign. Funny how jealousy gets complicated when the other guy is actually kind. Fresh faith fame, hey! Fresh faith fame, hey! Everybody knows his name. Fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame. Trying to act cool, but it burns the same. Maybe I ain't mad he's winning, maybe I'm scared of standing still. Maybe the mirror ain't showing age, maybe it's showing unrealized will. The shop got quiet around lunchtime, sunlight stretching across the floor. I looked around at everything I built and wanted something more. Fresh faith fame, hey! Fresh faith fame, hey! Everybody knows his name. Fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame, fresh faith fame. Trying to act cool, but it burns the same. Hey! Clip a buzz all day long, pride and envy, singing one song. Clip a buzz all day long, trying to figure where I belong. The kid waved through the front window on his way home that afternoon. I waved back after a second and laughed at myself. Woo! Hey. Yeah. That bass came walking like it knew my name. Clock owl whistle crying through the rain. Red light blinking on the factory wall. I saw her smile and I lost it all. Steel-toe boots dragging sparks on the floor. I punched my card like I'd done before. She used to wait by that rusted gate. Now she's leaning on him at 7:45. He had my jacket on his passenger seat. Had my old joke making her show her teeth. I kept my chin up, kept my mouth shut tight, but my shadow swung first in the parking lot light. I said I'm good, but my hands don't lie. They keep folding fists by my side. Ain't no siren loud enough to drown what pride won't let me touch. She took my place, but not my pain. He wears that smile like borrowed change. I won't beg, I won't chase, but Lord, I hate. He took my place.
heart full of smoke. Everybody saw it, but nobody spoke. Old Earl looked down at his coffee cup, like truth walked in and roughed him up. She said my name like a soft mistake, like something old she forgot to break. I laughed too loud, said bless you both, and swallowed fire all the way home. He took my place, but not my pain. He wears that smile like borrowed change. I won't beg, I won't chase, but Lord, I hate. Oh, he took my place. Maybe I was too proud to call. Maybe I let my silence build that wall. Maybe love don't wait for a man who hides his heart in working hands. But when his arm slid around her waist, I tasted rust, I tasted shame. I turned my collar to the cold night air and left my prayer on the factory stairs. He took my place, but not my pain. He wears that smile like borrowed change. I won't beg, I won't chase, but Lord, I hate. Oh, he took my place, took my place, left me standing at the factory gate. Took my place, took my place, pride in my pocket, tears on my face. Hey, that bass kept walking down the avenue like it knew something I already knew. Some men lose love and call it fate. Some men just stand there by the gate. Yeah. I saw it before you said it. I heard it before the song changed. Clocked out with grease on my collar, steel dust still on my hands. Walked into that union hall like I still had a chance. You wore that blue dress I bought you, the one from County Line, but you were laughing by the jukebox with that old friend of mine. He had his hand near your shoulder, not touching but too close. And I stood there by the coffee urn like some fool nobody knows. I could have crossed that floor, could have said your name, but pride had me nailed like a picture in a frame. He wore my smile, he held my place, he got the light I used to chase. I kept my cool, I played my part, but jealousy was eating my heart. He wore my smile, Lord, that hurt. Dancing clean in my dirty shirt. paper cup till it folded like my spine. You looked over for a second, I looked down at my shoes. A proud man knows the silence, but it don't know what to do. He laughed the way I used to, leaned in like he belonged, and every horn in that old band played my weakness like a song. He wore my smile, he held my place, he got the light I used to chase. I kept my cool, I played my part, but jealousy was eating my heart. He wore my smile, Lord, that hurt. Dancing clean in my dirty shirt. I ain't mad you found a rhythm, I'm mad it wasn't mine. I ain't mad it made you happy, I'm mad you look so fine. There's a bottle in my locker, there's a number in my coat, there's an apology I swallowed like a stone stuck in my throat. He wore my smile, he held my place, he got the light I used to chase. I kept my cool, I played my part, but jealousy was eating my heart. He wore my smile, Lord, that hurt. Dancing clean in my dirty shirt. He wore my smile,
For my smile,
I wore my pride.
my pride.
You walked past me and something died. Factory whistle in the morning, same boots by the door. But I ain't the man who clocked out Friday night no more. Can you hear me?
We hear me,
Can you see us?
we see you.
And don't look away. Council chamber packed wall to wall, farm boots lined beside the hall, mothers holding children asleep, waiting on decisions made cheap. Mr. Carter drove 40 miles last week just to get his blood pressure checked. Miss Ruth got oxygen by the hour, cause this little clinic still exists. Now they say the numbers don't work, say the budget's running dry. Funny how spreadsheets stay comfortable while real people wonder why. A town ain't just roads and buildings, it's every life inside.
Keep the lights on,
Keep 'em on,
keep the lights on.
keep 'em on. Somebody's mother, somebody's son needs those lights on.
Keep the lights on,
Keep 'em on,
keep the lights on.
keep 'em on. We're more than figures on a page to someone. I worked the night shift through the winter storms, hell shaking hands till the danger passed. Seen
babies take first breath, seen old men take their last. Those moments don't fit neatly inside a quarterly report, but they're the reason people stay alive when hope gets cut short. A man in a suit adjusted his tie, said, "We understand your concern." The room got quiet in a different way, the kind you feel before a burn.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on. Somebody's mother, somebody's son needs those lights on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on. We're more than figures on a page to someone. Maybe we won't win tonight. Maybe the vote goes wrong, but silence is another kind of loss, and I've been silent too long. The crowd stood up behind me, one voice becoming many more. Like thunder rolling through a valley, nobody could ignore.
Keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on. Somebody's mother, somebody's son needs those lights on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on.
Keep the lights on.
Keep 'em on. We're more than figures on a page to someone. Stand up, speak clear, make them hear, make them hear. Stand up, speak clear, everybody matters here. The meeting stretched beyond midnight, people gather in coats and signs. The final vote still undecided, but nobody walked out feeling invisible. I almost turned around 3 times before I walked inside. Oh, church bell ringing through the morning air, fresh paint shining on the front steps there. I stood outside adjusting a borrowed tie, like it could somehow change my life. 6 years gone behind concrete walls, learning how long a night can fall. Mama used to save me a seat right here before the sickness took her from this year. Everybody says the past is gone, but some mistakes still know your face, and some mornings feel like Judgment Day before you even reach the place.
Leave the door unlocked.
Leave the light on too. If mercy's got a room somewhere, I'm trying to find my way through.
Leave the door unlocked.
Oh, for a man like me, I've carried enough chains already, set this weary soul free. Hey! Miss Carter smiled and shook my hand like she didn't know my history at all. Maybe she did and chose
terrace I help stack chairs, sunlight warming the fellowship hall. Nobody treated me like a headline, just another man answering a call. Falling, sleeping, city breathing, midnight again. Door 7 rattling in the wind, cold coffee sitting where my shift begins. Overtime hours still ain't enough to make this month look any less rough. Bearing these braces by the fall, rent due Friday, that's not all. Transmission coughing in my old truck bed, bills stacking taller than my head. Then Jimmy pulled me to the side, said nobody gets hurt tonight, just a few boxes disappear and everybody sleeps alright. Not tonight, not tonight. I got problems, but I sleep at night. Not tonight, not tonight. Some things cost more than money can buy. Pallets wrapped in plastic shine like temptation lined up in a row. One quick choke, one easy lie, nobody outside would know. Jimmy talked about his kids at home, talked about pressure, talked about debt. Everything he said was true, that's what made it harder, yeah. The security camera blinked above like an eye that never closed. I kept hearing my daddy's voice from years ago. Not tonight, not tonight. I got problems, but I sleep at night. Not tonight, not tonight. Some things cost more than money can buy. My father swept floors 30 years, never owned much, never got ahead. But every Sunday in church clothes, he walked with nothing hanging on his head. The hardest road ain't always long. Sometimes it's one step you refuse to take, one decision nobody applauds, one temptation you don't let break. Not tonight, not tonight. I got problems, but I sleep at night. Not tonight, not tonight. Some things cost more than money can buy. Hold that line, oh.
and drove away before sunrise. Neither one of us said much. The dark lights faded behind me, and my wallet stayed empty, but my hands felt clean. But my hands felt clean.
Can you hear me? We hear you. Can you stand?
Yes, I can.
Can you sing?
Yes, I can.
Then tell your story. Used to see my face on billboards high, bright lights painting gold across the sky, limousines and backstage, roses red. Now the folding chairs know me instead. Spent so many years
Chasing applause
till I forgot what my
own voice was.
1,000 strangers knew my songs, but I stopped knowing where I belong. Some losses don't come overnight. They arrive in little pieces, till the mirror asks your name, and the answer nearly leaves you.
My name still fits, my soul still lives. The woman I was,
Still got something to give.
not the spotlight,
Not the fame,
not the fame,
not the fame.
just a heart on fire, calling my name.
Miss Clara serving pie,
By the door,
kids stacking boxes
on the church floor,
nobody asking where I've been, nobody counting what I didn't win. Pastor James said,
take the mic,
I laughed and said,
in a while.
then the first note filled the room, and something all began to bloom.
My name still fits,
My soul
still lives. The woman I was,
still got something to give.
not the spotlight,
Not the fame,
not the fame,
not the fame.
just a heart on fire, calling my name.
I don't need the magazine covers, don't need my picture on the wall. If one broken heart feels stronger tonight, maybe that's enough after all. The choir rolls
I need slow,
like sunlight through
stained glass gold.
and for the first time in years, I wasn't trying to be who I was told.
My name still fits,
My soul still lives,
the woman I was,
still got something to give.
not the spotlight,
Not the fame,
not the fame,
not the fame.
just a heart on fire, calling my name.
Call my name,
Call my name,
call my name.
call my name.
I've still got a song,
I still got a flame.
I've still got a flame. The hall emptied out after midnight, paper cups and laughter everywhere. I switched off the lights and smiled for reasons money couldn't buy.
refrigerator hums like it's trying to say something. Cardboard boxes by the doorway stacked, coffee cups sitting unpacked, your mattress leaning on the living room wall. Everything you own don't look like much at all. I folded towels into your cabinet shelf, same way my mother taught me herself. You laughed and said, "Mom, I'll be fine." I smiled and nodded back in time. Funny how a lifetime of raising somebody can fit inside one moving van. One less plate in my table, one more light in another town, one less jacket by the doorway, one more dream finding solid ground. I guess that's how love works, letting go out, cheering loud. One less plate in my table, one more reason to be proud. You found a spot for your guitar case, hung a baseball cap above the place. The kitchen looked a little more like home. Every minute I stayed a little less alone. I remember scraping knees in science fairs, teaching you how to tie your laces there. Now you're signing utility forms while I pretend my eyes ain't warm. One less plate in my table, one more light in another town, one less jacket by the doorway, one more dream finding solid ground. I guess that's how love works, letting go out, cheering loud. One less plate at my table, one more reason to be proud. Driving back, I stopped for gas, reached for my phone at a red light fast. Almost called to remind you about dinner, then remembered you weren't coming home. The silence rode beside me all the way through county roads, not empty exactly, just different than before. One less plate in my table, one more light in another town, one less jacket by the doorway, one more dream finding solid ground. I guess that's how love works, letting go out, cheering loud. One less plate in my table, one more reason to be proud. Grow strong, grow strong, grow free, grow free. You'll always be part of me. Grow strong, grow strong, grow free. That's what love is supposed to be. Back home I opened the cupboard door and counted plates without meaning to, then laughed at myself in the kitchen light before setting the table anyway.
Oh, oh, oh.
Open the doors again.
Let the music come in.
Open the doors again.
Let the healing begin. Open the
Doors again.
and sing this town a song. Yeah. Dust sheets folded by the back wall now, fresh paint drying beneath the lights. The old piano still carries scratches from 1,000 Friday nights. I remember when this hall went silent, boarded windows facing the square. One by one, the businesses faded till people stopped gathering there. But tonight the parking lot is full, children running through the aisles, neighbors who haven't spoken in years, sharing the same smiles. Sometimes a town needs more than repairs. Sometimes it needs a reason to believe. Open the doors again. Hey, let the music come in. Open the doors again. Let the healing begin. Open the doors again. We've been waiting too long. Open the doors again. Yeah, and sing this town a song. Oh, yeah. The choir filled the stage together. Farmers, teachers, mechanics, nurses too. Different stories, different scars, all finding harmony from different views. Miss Carter lost her husband last year. Young Marcus beat addiction's grip. Mr. Alvarez survived the factory closure, still standing after all of it. The first note rose into the rafters like a bird returning home, and suddenly every empty season didn't feel so alone. Open the doors again. Hey, let the music come in. Open the doors again. Let the healing begin. Open the doors again. We've been waiting too long. Open the doors again. And sing this town a song. No, we can't change yesterday. No, we can't rewrite every pain. But we can stand here side by side and build something worth the rain. The choir sang louder than the years, louder than the losses we've known. And for a moment, every broken heart found another heart to lean on. Open the doors again. Yeah, let the music come in. Open the doors again. Let the healing begin. Open the doors again. We've been waiting too long. Open the doors again. Yeah, and sing this town a song. Sing it strong. Sing it wide. Bring your story. Bring your pride. Sing it strong. Sing it wide. Nobody stands alone tonight. The final chord hung in the air.
Long after
The choir stood still
people linger,
beneath the balcony lights
not ready.
for the night to end. And maybe that was the point. Oh, ooh,
Oh,
ha, ha, ha,
oh,
oh. 40 floors up, the city looks closed from here. It isn't. Floor to ceiling glass and the skyline glow. Champagne chillin' when nobody report. Housekeeping left a birthday card downstairs, still sitting unopened by the door. 3 restaurants carrying my last name, 2 hotels stretching across the state. Funny how success keeps adding rooms while giving loneliness more space. The city sparkles like expensive jewelry. Every light a story I don't know. Meanwhile, the silence in this penthouse has become the loudest thing I own. Some people dream of reaching high places. Nobody warns them what comes with the view. A room with every view still ain't enough tonight. All these windows can't find the right light. A room with every view still feels too small somehow, when there's nobody here to point the skyline out. My daughter texted from California, 3 heart emojis and a birthday cake. My son called from an airport lounge, promised we'd catch up someday. The concierge sent a bottle upstairs, the chef prepared my favorite meal. Everything arrived exactly perfect, except the way I feel. I used to think I'd celebrate by winning, thought achievement cured the ache. Turns out loneliness wears a tuxedo and arrives fashionably late. A room with every view still ain't enough tonight. All these windows can't find the right light. A room with every view still feels too small somehow, when there's nobody here to point the skyline out. Oh, the grand piano sits untouched near photographs from years ago. A younger man smiling beside a woman who finally got tired of feeling alone. I don't blame her anymore. Some lessons arrive after the cost, and some victories look different when you count what they lost. Still ain't enough tonight. All these windows can't find the right light. A room with every view still feels too small somehow, when there's nobody here to point the skyline out. High above, high above. Funny how distance grows. Whoa. High above, even where everybody knows your name. The clock rolled quietly past midnight, city traffic drifting far below. I raised a glass toward the window, then set it back down untouched.
"5:30 in the morning, coffee burns better than the heater. Route number 7 rolling again. still hanging over empty lanes. Newspaper blowing through yesterday's rain. I pull that lever and the doors breathe wide. Another long day climbing inside. I got a picture of my daughter by the wheel, cap and gown smiling for real. Tuition bill folded in my coat, right beside the overtime notes. Every extra shift, every aching need, trying to build a future she won't have to borrow from me. Route number 7, rolling through town, carrying strangers while holding me down. One more mile, one more dawn, keeping her dream alive till my strength is gone. Young man sleeping through his stop again. Old lady waving like we're old friends. Nurse with tired eyes and a lunchbox grin. Everybody carrying something heavy within. Lunch comes cold at a red light break. 2 bites gone before the signal change. The city keeps moving without a sound, but these wheels keep turning round and round. Route number 7, rolling through town, carrying strangers while holding me down. One more mile, one more dawn, keeping her dream alive till my strength is gone. Last week she called from a dorm room bed, said, "Daddy, don't work so hard," she said. I looked at my hands on the steering wheel and changed the subject before she'd hear me feel. Some dreams cost money, some dreams cost sleep, some dreams as promises a working man keeps. Route number 7, rolling through town, carrying strangers while holding me down. One more mile, one more dawn, keeping her dream alive till my strength is gone.
Another stop, another fare,
Another fare,
another prayer.
floating through the air. Sunrise finally touched the glass. Morning traffic building fast. I parked the bus and checked my phone. A text said, "Love you, Dad." That was enough to get me home. The city looked expensive tonight. So did trouble.
skyline shining beyond the rail, like I never learned how to fail. I was checking tables, closing tabs, trying to finish another shift clean. 8 months sober and counting days, like a man rebuilding something unseen. Then the elevator door slid open slow, and there you were in a midnight blue dress, looking exactly like the reason I once confused chaos with happiness. Some people walk into a room, and every locked door inside you opens. Same elevator down, same dangerous smile, same old fire waiting all this while. I should've walked away, I should know by now, but temptation still remembers how to find me somehow. You ordered bourbon at the rooftop bar, I ordered sparkling water instead. Funny how two people can survive the same storm and still end up somewhere different in their heads. You asked me how I've been lately, I said doing better these days. Both of us knew that answer carried more weight than it could say. The band played softly near the skyline glass, a slow groove drifting through the room, and every memory we ever made started waking up too soon. Same elevator down, same dangerous smile, same old fire waiting all this while. I should've walked away, I should know by now, but temptation still remembers how to find me somehow. Maybe some loves aren't meant to last, maybe some lessons never leave, maybe recovery ain't forgetting, maybe it's choosing what not to repeat. The city lights reflected in your eyes like they used to years before, and for one long second I understood exactly what I was fighting for. Same elevator down, same dangerous smile, same old fire waiting all this while. I should've walked away, I should know by now, but temptation still remembers how to find me somehow. Don't look back, don't stay long. Some old songs still sound too strong. Don't look back, don't stay long. Keep moving on, keep moving on. And the elevator doors close once again, taking you somewhere below. I stood watching the numbers change until they disappear.
The piano was already out of tune. Nobody cared. Wooden chairs in a half circle line, coffee stains on the linoleum floor. A Marine with shaking hands kept time, tapping softly by the door. One man never speaks much at all, just nods whenever songs begin. Another still carries old battles far beneath his skin. I hand out lyric sheets and tambourines like they're ordinary things. Funny how music slips through places words can't seem to reach. Some wounds answer slowly, some wounds answer in harmony. Sing it till it hurts less, sing it till the weight gets light, sing it till the silence stops putting up a fight. Sing it till it hurts less, one note at a time. Some roads back to living start with a rhyme. Oh, a Vietnam vet named Brain cried today during a song about old front porches, then left and blamed allergies like grown men often do. Meanwhile, I keep avoiding one phone number buried deep inside my contacts list. The man who taught me disappointment still exists. Everybody here is learning healing, yet somehow I stay behind, helping strangers carry burdens while dragging mine. Sing it till it hurts less, hey. Sing it till the weight gets light, sing it till the silence stops putting up a fight. Sing it till it hurts less, one note at a time. Some roads back to living start with a rhyme. Maybe forgiveness ain't forgetting, maybe it ain't pretending nothing broke. Ooh, maybe it's loosening your grip enough to finally breathe through the smoke. The room joined in on the final chorus, voices rough and beautifully worn. For a moment every burden sounded lighter than when the night was born. Sing it till it hurts less, hey. Sing it till the weight gets light, sing it till the silence stops putting up a fight. Sing it till it hurts less, one note at a time. Some roads back to living start with a rhyme. Pick it up, let it go, little by little, let it show. Lift it up, oh, let it go. Healing moves slower than we know. The last guitar got packed away, rain tapping softly on the roof above. I locked the music room and smiled, thinking maybe I should make that call.
I saw it from the doorway again. last empty seat in the third row. Minivan headlights cutting through the dark, parents carrying flowers through the light. I stood there holding a grocery store bouquet, already knowing what I forgot. The program folded in my jacket pocket, her name circled 3 times in blue. I knew the song she'd practiced all winter, but somehow work came first again too. A man can lose years quietly, one missed moment at a time, without hearing anything break, till he finally hears what's mine. The last empty seat was waiting for me, right there in the third row, where a father should be. She sang her heart out. I wasn't around. Now that empty chair feels heavier somehow. After the applause, kids spilled outside, laughing beneath the gymnasium lights. Parents taking pictures by the banner wall, making memories that'll last their lives. She walked toward me carrying her folder, didn't cry, didn't raise her voice. Somehow that hurt worse than anger, like disappointment had made its choice. She said, "Dad, the solo went okay," then looked down at her shoes a while. The space between those simple words stretched longer than a mile. The last empty seat was waiting for me, right there in the third row, where a father should be. She sang her heart out. I wasn't around. Now that empty chair feels heavier somehow. I keep every drawing on my refrigerator, every report card in a box. But love ain't measured by what you say, it's measured by when you show up. The janitor turned the hallway lights off, his family's drifted home, and for the first time in years, I hated hearing my phone. The last empty seat was waiting for me, right there in the third row, where a father should be. She sang her heart out. I wasn't around. Now that empty chair feels heavier somehow. Third row, seat 12, nobody there but myself. Third row, seat 12, a little too late to blame somebody else. She hugged me before getting in her mother's car, more kindness than I deserve tonight. The taillights disappeared beyond the field, leaving me alone with that empty seat.
Most of them probably don't remember me. Cardboard boxes stacked by the wall, labels fading from years ago, classroom photos, art projects, letters written in handwriting I still know. The apartment feels smaller than memory, only room for what matters now. Funny how life spends decades collecting things, then asks what you're willing to live without. A paper snowflake slipped from a folder made by a little girl in second grade. Purple crayons and crooked scissors still holding the shape she made. Some people leave footprints in concrete, some leave them in hearts. The names I still remember, even if they've forgotten mine. The names I still remember still visit me from time to time. Maybe that's enough, maybe that's alright. The names I still remember still bring light. Michael couldn't sit still through reading. Sandra always shared her lunch. Anthony drew rockets on everything, dreaming of somewhere beyond us. I wonder who they became now. Parents, nurses, drivers, friends. Maybe they don't think about room 12, and maybe they don't have to. Love ain't a transaction, it don't keep score that way. A garden doesn't ask the flowers to remember every day. The names I still remember, even if they've forgotten mine. The names I still remember still visit me from time to time. Maybe that's enough, maybe that's alright. The names I still remember still bring light. Last month a man stopped me downtown and said, "Mrs. Taylor, you taught me fractions." Gray hair, wedding ring, grown children standing where a little boy once happened. We talked 10 minutes by the pharmacy, then went our separate ways. But somehow that conversation warmed 100 colder days. The names I still remember, even if they've forgotten mine. The names I still remember still visit me from time to time. Maybe that's enough, maybe that's alright. The names I still remember still bring light. Page by page, year by year, some things stay even when they disappear. Page by page, year by year, love leaves traces everywhere. The sun settles softly through the blinds, boxes waiting to be unpacked tomorrow. I placed a snowflake in a drawer and felt strangely at peace.
You ask me why I got quiet every time we walk this way.
Barbecue smoke drifting through the trees, children laughing by the lemonade stand, flags dancing softly in the summer wind, while I held your little hand. You pointed at the granite wall, asked me if I knew those names. I said, some of them, and looked away, 'cause memory still burns the same. There are stories written deep inside us, years can't wash away. Some lessons cost too much to learn, but still deserve to be explained. The names on the stone, oh, don't come home, but love keeps calling them back. Yeah. The names on the stone still belong to every road we travel on. I was 22 and scared to death, trying to keep young men alive. Bandages, prayers, and shaking hands, doing anything to help them survive. One boy carried pictures of his twins, another played guitar at night. The world remembers uniforms, I remember their lives.
Names on the stone, don't come home,
Don't come home, but love keeps calling them back. Yeah, the names on the stone
still
belong to every road we travel on. You squeezed my hand and asked me softly, Grandpa, why do people fight? I searched the clouds above the memorial, looking for words that felt right. I said, son, I don't know everything, but if your heart stays kind and true, maybe your generation can build a better world than we knew.
The names on the stone
Oh,
don't come home,
but love,
love keeps calling them back.
oh, the names on the stone
Still belong
to every road we travel on. Remember them,
remember them, oh,
not for how they died. Oh, remember them for how they lived their lives. Woo! The picnic ended with the sunset glow, families packing chairs away. You ran ahead across the grass and somehow made tomorrow feel okay. Through the summer air, just rising where the infield used to shine.
before life started changing the game. I saw your truck by the chain link fence, same din above the passenger door. 15 years fit between two handshakes, like they never left and never restored. Some stories don't end, they just stop getting told. Some won't stay young inside bodies growing old. You remember?
Yeah, I remember
Those summer nights.
Yeah, I remember
Third base line, running side by side. Funny how time can divide what pride can't hide. Back then your father lost the mill job, mine got sick and left us scared. Everybody blames somebody else, nobody noticed we were both unprepared. You missed my wedding, I missed your mother's funeral. One bad year became another, till silence started feeling usual. You remember?
Yeah, I remember
Those summer nights.
Yeah, I remember
Third base line, running side by side. Funny how time can divide what pride can't hide. We stood beneath the outfield lights, watching our sons throw the ball. You finally said, I should have called. I said, me too. That was all. You remember?
Yeah, I remember
Those summer nights.
Yeah, I remember
Third base line, running side by side. Funny how time can divide what pride can't hide. One more inning, one more try. Some friendships bend, but never die. Hey! The crowd went home, the field grew still. Two old shadows by the dugout rail, talking longer than either planned. Tomorrow looks clear. At least that's what I told everybody. Blue screen glowing behind my smile. Forecast maps stretch mile by mile. I pointed sunshine over county lines, while rain keeps gathering behind my eyes. Producers counting down from 5, makeup covering sleepless nights. Millions watching through dinner plates, nobody's seeing the real sky tonight. Back home, the second coffee mug still sits
It's where you left it by the sink. I haven't moved a single thing. Maybe that's what keeps me from thinking. Funny how a man can describe a storm before it arrives and still not recognize one inside his own life. 30% chance of rain. That's what I told the town today. But the forecast in this apartment says something different anyway. 30% chance of rain. That's the number on the screen. But every room in this place knows what those clouds really mean. Neighbors wave when I check the mail. Beautiful weather this week, they say. I nod and thank them for the compliment, like I personally made the day. The grocery clerk asks where you been. I tell her you're visiting your sister a while. She believes it because I practice lies the same way I practice smiles. Thunder rolled beyond the river as evening settled on the glass. Some people watch storms approaching, some people live inside the past. 30% chance of rain. That's what I told the town today. But the forecast in this apartment says something different anyway. 30% chance of rain. That's a number on the screen. But every room in this place knows what those clouds really mean. The weather radar keeps spinning circles, looking for trouble in the air. I wish heartbreak came with warning systems and color codes to help prepare. Red for regret, yellow for doubt, blue for the silence nobody talks about. 30% chance of rain. That's what I told the town today. But the forecast in this apartment says something different anyway. 30% chance of rain. That's the number on the screen. But every room in this place knows what those clouds really mean. Clear skies north, storms moving south. Everything sounds simple when you leave feelings out. Clear skies north, storms moving south. Everything sounds simple till you're alone in the house. The late report ended at 11. Studio lights finally faded dim. Outside the thunder kept rolling west. Inside the silence stayed with me. The bartender flipped the chairs one by one. A candle leaned sideways in the dark.
glass still holding fingerprints, long after the room fell apart. Every Thursday, same navy tie, same corner booth beneath the light. You loosen the day from your shoulder slow, while I sang songs nobody wrote for us. I learned your drink before your name, learned your silence before your laugh. The piano knew before I did. This wasn't a road I should have mapped. You never crossed the line, neither did I. But some fires don't need a match to light the sky. Stay right there, don't come closer. Stay right there, just a little longer. I know better, still I wonder. Stay right there, just a little longer. Your wedding ring caught the stage light once, like a warning shot across the room. I looked away and sang too loud, trying to outrun the truth. You asked about my favorite song, I lied and named another one. The real answer sat between us, breathing softly after midnight. Stay right there, stay right, don't come closer. Stay right there, stay just a little longer. I know better, still I wonder. Stay right there, just a little longer. No touching hands, no secret plans, just two lonely hearts borrowing a song. Your taxi waiting by the curb, my final sit already done. The distance kept us innocent, the distance kept us undone. Stay right there, stay, don't come closer. Stay right there, stay just a little longer. I know better, still I wonder. Stay right there, stay right, just a little longer. The room grows smaller, the night grows older. Stay right there, just a little longer. The piano lid comes slowly down, staff turn off the chandelier. Your chair sits empty every week, until Thursday finds me here again.
Good evening, night people. The on-air sign glows red again. Coffee cooling by the microphone stand. caller from Tulsa can't sleep tonight. Says he's got too much on his hands. A trucker from Ohio calls next. Says the highway feels endless sometimes. I tell him he's not alone out there, while avoiding my own mind. 3 decades sitting in this chair, watching years drift through the glass. Funny how you notice time more clearly when you start wondering how much is left. Everybody calls with questions, nobody asks the one I hide. 2 in the morning, people keeping each other alive, talking through the darkness till daylight arrives. 2 in the morning, people trying not to think too much, holding on to voices when silence gets rough. A young woman called about her first heartbreak. Old man called missing his wife. Different stories, same make underneath, just wearing different lives. I cracked a joke before the weather break. Everybody laughed right on cue. Funny how humor can be a blanket for things you don't want showing through. The station manager wants younger voices, fresh faces, faster energy. I smile and tell him I understand, then stare at what that means for me. 2 in the morning, people keeping each other alive, talking through the darkness till daylight arrives. 2 in the morning, people trying not to think too much, holding on to voices when silence gets rough. Last week I found an old headshot, back when my hair was black as coal. The young man in that photograph still thought time was slow. Now every birthday seems to whisper a little louder than before. Not cruel exactly, just impossible to ignore. 2 in the morning, people keeping each other alive, talking through the darkness till daylight arrives. Oh, 2 in the morning, people trying not to think too much, holding on to voices when silence gets rough. Call me up, stay a while. Tell me what's keeping you awake tonight. Call me up, stay a while. Maybe we're more alive than we realize. The final caller said goodnight. The city started turning blue. I switched the microphone off slowly and sat there listening to the room without me.
hallway clock says 10:15. Student voices are long gone home. Sheet music sleeping on the stands, while your laughter lingers alone. You lock your classroom across from mine, keys jingling like a melody. I tell myself it's harmless conversation, but my heart keeps changing key. Your engagement ring catches fluorescent light every time you tuck back your hair. Funny how one little circle of gold can say don't wish in the same breath of air. Neither one of us crossed the line, but some roads don't need footsteps to exist. When the building empties, why do you stay on my mind? When the building empties, why does goodbye take its time? One more minute, one more smile. That's how trouble starts sometimes. You played an old ballad to the wall tonight, wrong notes mixed with something true. I sat there grading student papers, listening more to you than I should do. Rain tapped lightly on the windows, cleaning chalk dust from the view. The silence between our conversations started sounding beautiful too. You asked if I wanted coffee sometime. I laughed and changed the subject fast, 'cause certain invitations carry futures that don't belong to us to have. When the building empties, why do you stay on my mind? When the building empties, why does goodbye take its time? One more minute, one more smile. That's how trouble starts sometimes. I don't wanna steal a happy ending, don't wanna become a secret name, but desire ain't always reasonable. Sometimes it arrives before the shame. The janitor switched off the lobby lights, leaving only moonlight on the floor. You waved and disappeared downstairs, and I stood there wanting more. When the building empties, why do you stay on my mind? When the building empties, why does goodbye take its time? One more minute, one more smile. That's how trouble starts sometimes. One more hallway, one more song, trying to forget what feels this strong. One more hallway, one more night, trying to do what's right. The piano lid closed with a whisper, rain finally slowing outside. I gathered papers into my bag and carried your memory home again.
to be music coming through these walls. Now it's just wind. Plywood covering half the windows now, faded paint hanging off the sign. But if I stand here long enough, I can still hear another time. Saturday morning smelled like vinyl sleeves, fresh coffee brewing in the bag. Teenagers flipping through soul records, looking for songs to match their heartbreaks. Oh, Mr. Green bought gospel every week, said Mahalia helped him sleep at night. And young couples held hands by the speakers, trying to decide what sounded right. Funny how a building can disappear while a memory keeps paying rent. Where the records used to be, there's nothing but dust now. But every crack in this sidewalk still knows the sound somehow. Where the records used to be, I left pieces of my life stacked between the melodies. In the Saturday sunlight, streaming came in business slow, month by month, then year by year. People stopped staying for conversations, started carrying music in their ears. The final day I locked the door, a little boy asked where I'd go. I told him somewhere with more customers. Truth was I didn't know. I kept one box from inventory hidden in my garage at home. Sometimes I open it for no reason, just to remind myself I wasn't dreaming. Where the records used to be, there's nothing but dust now. But every crack in this sidewalk still knows the sound somehow. Where the records used to be, I left pieces of my life stacked between the melodies. In the Saturday sunlight, the city changes without asking permission. Storefront by storefront, block by block. The diner's gone, the shoe shop too. Time don't care what it unlocks. But every once in a while, somebody stops me, says you sold me my favorite album. And for a moment, that little store feels alive again. Where the records used to be, there's nothing but dust now. But every crack in this sidewalk still knows the sound somehow. Where the records used to be, I left pieces of my life stacked between the melodies. In the Saturday sunlight,
Turn it over,
read the sleeve.
some things leave.
But never leave.
Turn it over,
Read the sleeves. Some songs stay long after we leave. The church bells rang from 3 blocks over. A bus rolled past the empty street. I touched the old brick wall once more, then headed home slowly, with the music still playing in my head.